This is the closing market report for Monday on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. On the phone right now with Bill Moore of Price Futures Group as we wrap up another day in the ag marketplace. Bill, what have we seen going on in the grain and livestock markets to kick off this week?
Well, of course, the big news over the weekend and from the Iran war is that they've reached a peace accord to a certain degree, and that it'll be signed in Switzerland on Friday. It's good news for everybody. It's not complete agreement on all the issues, just mostly on removing the blockade from the Straits of Hormuz by the U.S. and Iran, freeing that up so that we have easy travel through that important transport area. What won't be resolved are the nuclear issues. They're going to be deferred to a 60-day trial period from now until 2 months from now, where they discuss those issues, which is the crux of the war. But at least they're separating the two so that the economically damaging part of the war, which is the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, is eliminated so that these oil prices will come down, because it's caused a lot of consternation among consumers around in the U.S. with $5 gas, and it's also raised our inflation rate over 4%. So, but the market had already taken a lot of that into account. It had already been slowly erasing the war premium through the month of May. Looking at the chart, in fact, today on the slows, May beans were off $1.30, and so I think it's kind of a buy the rumor, sell the fact. They already had discounted that the war coming to an end, so the market actually had a reversal up today. Made new lows earlier this morning and then rallied higher. It looks like it's going to close higher. The other thing that's been pressuring the market, besides the taking the war premium out, would be the benign growing conditions for the crop, gotten off to a great start. And finally, in the case of beans, a lack of any concrete sales announced by China since the U.S.-China summit about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But the market feels like it's maybe it's run its course on the downside. The crop isn't made. I mean, the weather's been benign, but there's a long way to go. The war looks to be over. So, but the premium has already been taken out, and this $1.30 break in the market, I think, will entice the China to start buying. Certainly a much better price now than it was a month ago. All in all, I think it's probably the market's basing for a rally. For a demand rally. We've already had great demand in the corn. Today is a good example. Inspections, 1.63 million metric tons. Beans at 522,000. So the demand's already been good. But with this break in wheat, corn, and beans, over $1 in beans and wheat, and 6.70 cents in corn, demand will get better. And I think that's going to help these markets base out in the grains in here. As far as the livestock goes, also higher, quite a bit higher. August feeders up $4. So that's positive on the charts. It's got to look good. New high close for the rally back. And the October cattle up $3. That's a positive. Just to, the markets are reacting like the war is over, and we sure hope it is. Hope that this sticks. But you look at the big markets, they're telling us that. You look at for instance, the Dow Jones is up near 650 points. The NASDAQ up 800 points. And the crude oil is down $4.50 to 80 and change. Looking at the chart of the crude, that's the lowest crude oil has been going all the way back to mid-April. So good news for the world and for the U.S. with the announcement of a peace accord that will be signed Friday. And hopefully the 60-day grace period where they try to sort out the other issues will go well as well. But overall, this news has been a boon to both the meats and the grains today.
All right, Bill, lots of great information today. For anybody who would like to get in touch for more marketing information and check out your newsletter, how can they do that?
630-947-5176, wmore@pricegroup.com. Check out my newsletter, AgMaster, or www.pricegroup.com, the company website. Look at the bios of Jack Scoville and myself. We've both been there a long time. We'd love to help you out.
That again was Bill Moore of Price Futures Group. We'll look at the numbers next.
Alabama, live in concert. Friday, August 21st, 8 p.m., Iowa State Fair Grandstand.
Play me some mountain
With special guest Exile.
like Grandma and Grandpa.
Alabama, live.
Roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get there.
Reserve tickets on sale now through iowastatefair.org.
You gotta have a fiddle in the band.
Alabama.
At the close, July corn up 2 3/4 at $4.15 1/2. December new crop up 1 1/2 at $4.41 3/4. July soybean meal up 5 3/4 at $11.19 1/4. November new crop up 2 3/4 at $11.34 3/4. July soybean meal up 70 cents at $3.02 even. Soybean oil up 9 cents at $74.37. Chicago wheat up 5 1/4 at $5.89 3/4. Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 5 1/2 at $6.40 even. Minneapolis spring wheat down 2 1/4 at $6.16 even. July oats down 9 even at $2.97 even. On the Merc, June live cattle up 75 cents at $2.50.62. August feeders up 4.12 at $3.61.55. July lean hogs down 87 cents at $96.57. July pork cutout went unchanged at $1.15 even. And June Class 3 milk down a penny at $15.98. That's been a check of the closing market prices. Thanks again to Bill Moore of Price Futures Group for joining us today here on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, where Iowa Ag matters. I'm Riley Smith.